I don't know if anyone needs to hear this, but I just feel like something needs to be said. The Lovers, card of choices. How's your relationship with your significant other going right now? Real talk. Is anyone willing to share? I feel like in the kind of spiritual community, we talk a lot about divine partnership, and you hear words like twin flame and soulmate thrown around. And I've been married for over 6 years, so I'm not in the phase of thinking about dating and meeting people and coming into union with someone. I've been in union and working through my oh my. My husband watches some of these videos, and you might have seen him. We have 2 episodes up of our Parental Pursuit podcast. It's in my playlist called Parental Pursuit. So we were talking off camera the other day about how we really wanted to start actually talking about our relationship and marriage from our perspective. I think it's going to be really healing. I love my husband very much, and I know he loves me very much, but we have had quite the journey together, and it can be really challenging to talk about intimacy. It can be really challenging to talk about addictions, codependency, rejection, unmet needs. And it can be even more challenging to talk about it with just one point of view. Gosh, it can be so hard to talk about it even with 2 points of view, because you have 2 people living 2 separate lives, going through the exact same situations, but the realities are completely different. Completely different. We've learned so much navigating these waters. I read this Substack article, and the author is I don't remember her name offhand, but I'll see if I can put it in the description box. She was basically talking about, she was like, I love my family. But she's like, I love my family, I love my husband, like I'm so happy with everything in my life, but like, man, I miss the sex. I miss the times when we were brand new and we didn't have kids and we had no responsibilities, and I miss the sex. And I was like, girl, preach. Girl, preach. Girl, preach. The first thing that comes to my mind is it's a whole thing to unlock from my personal point of view. But the first thing I want to say is, like, husbands, part partners, men men postpartum, you guys are the real MVPs. I don't even know. I don't know what it's like. I don't know what it's like in this lifetime to have the desires and needs that men typically have. It is different than most women. And I have been postpartum for almost 15 months, and I still do not have a monthly cycle. And my hormones are challenging, to say the least, in terms of creating the right environment for engaging in intimacy. And then there's the physical aspects. I'm still dealing with I was like pried open during childbirth, like literally, and also with a baby, but literally pried open, and I'm still dealing with physical pain. And we don't often talk about the need to release trauma from birth, and also the healing that takes place. But then to jump back, 15 months of a couple not having adequate levels of intimacy, being completely sleep deprived. Our son doesn't sleep for more than 3-4 hours at a time. And he's been up between the hours of like 4 and 6 a.m. like for a week and a half now, and it's been extremely difficult to manage. It's like basically the witching hour, but like in the middle of the night. And so we're tired, we're frustrated, we're working, we're not getting the oxytocin from each other, right? We're not getting that love hormone going. And then it can be easy to get into fights. It can be easy to get frustrated with one another. There's the roommate phase, they call it. And my husband said that to me. It's like, you're basically just a roommate right now. And at first I took offense to that, and I was like, oh, that's so, but no, like it's true. It's true. We can talk about the foundational security, the kind of like root chakra essence of what a marriage is, but you're choosing to not be with anyone else. You're choosing to be with this one person. And the only thing that person is not allowed to do in your relationship is go be intimate with other people. So when that element is not there, things do start to break down. I'm sitting in a position where I've dug my toes into, some tantric practices and, trying to get myself open and ready to receive love from myself and also from my partner. But it has been a long, taxing, challenging, painful, hormonally unbalanced challenge. I miss the sex. I get my person every day. I get him every day, but that openness, that intimacy that you have with your person is so sacred. It's so divine if you allow it to be. And when that's not there, for a whole slew of reasons, you lose your lover and you become friends. There is a comment on I don't have the date off the top of my head, but I think it was a video 2 days back, and someone commented, and I was talking about how I miss my best friend. I had a male best friend growing up, and he wanted more from our relationship as we got older, and I didn't. And so this lovely person, whose name I'm so sorry I don't know off the top of my head, but it was really beautiful talking to you, so thank you so much for commenting. But they said men and women are just anthropologically different. Absolutely agreed. And they said that women, when they have male friends, can be so vulnerable with them, and they can open up to them, and even more so than with their partner. But when men open that relationship with women, like starting with friendship, it's like opening the door for her welcoming, like into his life as a partner, as someone who is intimate. But he said that, gosh, I'm not doing this justice, am I? Holder of the keys, holder of the house keys. And so where I wanted to go with that is essentially tie that in with, I have a husband who I'm intimate with, but during this really challenging time where intimacy has not been at the forefront of our relationship, it's like he's put in this position where he's a holder of the house keys. And I know that is so hard. He's waiting for me to be welcomed. He's trying to open the door to welcome me back in as his wife. And especially having children, I didn't think it was going to be as challenging as it has been, being welcomed back into his home, his space, his life. I am a different version of me. And I come with a little bit more baggage now. That feels like a good place to pause. Gosh, I'm wrapping my head around talking about sex on the internet and intimacy and taboo topics. Apparently, Scorpio rising, I should be should be all about that taboo life. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, if you're still here, and you feel like sharing a little piece about this type of topic, let me know what this is bringing up for you. If there's anything you want to share, anything you want to say to me, maybe give my husband a little pat on the back if you can, because he's been very patient, very, very patient, and kind and generous, and he has been such a beautiful light in my life, and especially while navigating this wild period, becoming a parent while also trying to process. Have a beautiful night, and thank you so much for being here. It really does mean the world to me. I hope you continue on this journey as we travel a year into the future on this timeline. I hope to see you tomorrow.